All right, everyone, we're finally here. The highly anticipated Starwing Paradox cabs that we've got. We've been looking forward to these for, I think, all year. I don't remember exactly when we got them, but very excited to be opening these. These are one of the newest games that we've got. It's probably the biggest game that we've got. If you want to, like, I'm just excited. I'm just going to dig right into it. So I'm going to start, I'm just going to cut everything to open. We're going to put it all together and have our first play on the cab. Now these do work offline, as we are told, just, what's it called, tutorial mode, and that's it. So that might be all we get this time, but don't care, these are cool. All right, so first thing, oh, there's a loose, I don't know where this came out of, a little spring or something. I'm gonna set this over here just so we don't lose it. First thing to note is that it came in 3 pieces. We've got over here, this is the side with the touchscreen. The controls we've got down there, I mentioned in the previous video, the capture card. So you can, with that, you can just hook up and get video off of it or something. If I remember right, you can put in an SD card, actually, it says. And then over here, we've got the seat. Ah, God, holy shit, what the fuck? What the fuck did I get caught on? I don't know. Anyway, we got the seat over here. It seems to be free moving without power. Like when we were moving it around, it just kind of just moves on its own. But I'm assuming, and I'm going to open this up right away, this is the side rails for it. So let's open up this box and see. There's supposed to be like a like those stanchion type ropes to go around the seat so that people don't interfere while it's in motion. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like there's some metal bars in here. So yeah, it looks like there's going to be a lot of assembly with that. I don't see the actual ropes themselves, so maybe they're somewhere else. Let's just set these aside. As for the seat, we've got here a couple buttons on the sides. This might actually be the keys. Yeah, there's the keys. We've got 2 buttons on each side. We've got each of the joysticks. Those have their own motion as well. And the seat belt, also motion will not activate unless the seat belt's in. That actually looks like a very legit seat belt there. These are some Tyco pad covers just packed on there. And then the last part, we've got the cabinet here. So let's start tearing this down. It looks like we've got the top art and the shrouds that go over here are just strapped to the front of the monitor. Just everything about this cab is in great shape. I mean, these are only I think a year and a half old. They look practically new. And of course the game is pretty new. But actually, you know, look, one thing that I noticed is looking at these cabinets, they will fit through a door. Like, I didn't actually measure this out, but look at this seat. If you come from over here and look at the seat, it's very narrow. I'd actually say a lot of other cabs are actually harder to get through a door, but there's that. Let's look at this body real quick. Like, if you look at the body, it is extremely, like, it's not very deep at all. And then these side things, I mean, they're a joke. They're tiny. So all jokes aside, you could literally fit this in your house. As for where you're gonna put it, I'm sure, like I said, this cab looks, like, all the parts look smaller than I expected them to in person. But I bet if you got this in a house, like in your living room, you would see how much space it takes up. So, but at any rate, yeah, but all the 3 pieces are quite small. And I'm not so worried anymore about moving them around. Who knows, like maybe I actually will bring these to events because they aren't going to be a big pain in the ass. And I think they actually don't take up as much space as I thought they would. And that's a big one too, especially now when we're still trying to break into the West Coast market for events. We have to think about space because events just aren't able to afford like a really big operation like we would like to do. So anyway, there's this thing here. I assume this actually attaches to, oh, I gotta cut this off. I assume this attaches to the right side of the chair when they mount. And we'll see when we get everything put together. But essentially, yeah, this definitely is. This is part of the step. So this is gonna go over here. The seat actually bolts into this side here. And then just goes into the middle, and I think this area is just left open. And you can kind of see like there's some stuff for motion sensor to make sure that those areas don't get blocked. All right, let's open up this side monitor here really quick, and then we will put everything together and hopefully cut straight to some gameplay. Oh, that is very bendy. I should not bendy that. This is like, oh yeah, okay. So we've been thinking of other things to run on this as well. If you've got any ideas, let us know in the description below. We do want to try, oh, that's super bendy too. We do want to try to run other games, get get full control of the I/O boards, and see, if we can get the most out of this thing, just not even just running this game. But all right, so let's actually take a quick look at this capture card before we get started. It's an AverMedia. Can't see what it is exactly, but it's got HDMI in and out, audio in and out on the back here, and SD card here. I assume it's designed to stick an SD card in to record. So I don't think I brought one this time, but I may bring an SD card or something, or a computer, and just see what kind of stuff we actually get out of this once it's all hooked up. And actually I see here on the side, there's some cabling there that I think isn't on the other one. This is, actually here it is. So there's an HDMI coming out, and that goes into the capture card. So that'll be really interesting to see what we get. I'm hoping that in the follow-up for this, we actually hook it up and get some like game output video as well and record that, and hopefully we can show some screen footage as well. All right, so I think that's all of it. We're gonna take a look in the back of the cab and like the I/O boards and everything a little bit later as well. But for now, we're gonna put this whole thing together, and we'll come back and show some of the gameplay on it. Okay, so I just wanted to point out we're hooking up the side unit to the cab here, and these connectors are kind of a pain in the ass to reach. Like, there's just not enough slack. We're making it work, but yeah, I mean, it's not like super hard or anything, but it is definitely time consuming to get all this together. So I just kind of wanted to point this out as we go together. If I notice anything else interesting while we're setting up, I'll point it up. Otherwise, we'll be back when everything's together and ready to go. All right, another quick blurb. I just wanted to take a quick look at the back of the cabinet while we're doing this. There was nothing else that I really needed to do back here, so I'm just going to, kind of just show it now so that you can see. There's this powers. I don't know how much of the cab this powers, but there's that. There's this looks like an audio amp here, and then I don't know if we can see down here. I don't know if we can get, I think we can get to this from the front, so we'll look at this from the front. I'll probably do that in just a sec. We're actually trying to find the brackets to screw everything together. Anyway, there's that. And this is the last one before we fire everything up and get it started. And I got most of the cab together. Didn't get the toppers on, but I just wanted to show we've got our coin door here, or the service door. The coin door is over there. But here's our Type X4 as we expected it to be. There's a bunch of stuff hooked up. It took us a while to figure out exactly how to hook up video with this one. So since there's two screens and the AverMedia capture card here, it actually was going through the Type X, or from the Type X2, there's, or 4, sorry, there's a display port and an HDMI coming out. The display port, I assume, comes up here. the HDMI is going into the AverMedia and then going back out up into the monitor. And now that everything's all hooked up correctly, and what it was there's weird, it had to be powered to get it working. Anyway, we got it all going, so in just a moment here, we are going to fire this baby up and give it our first play. All right, and we're finally back. Everything is together. I'm going to talk about some things that we dealt with while setting it up, while it boots up. Pull this tape. And yeah, so it's all together. We got the shroud on and everything. We're going to fire it up. So here we go. We've got the header on. Everything's going to come on. We haven't let it get far enough to initialize everything yet, but we wanted to make sure it actually works, and it's a good thing we did. So I mentioned before about the AverMedia thing being like a direct pass-through with the monitor. So there's that. I'm going to close this up real quick. But yeah, so for these, they were in a separate box on the other cabinet. We had to pull them out. Inside the box here, it's just loose, and then you bolt it into a thing and it tightens in. And we had to install these bars, run it around, and there's some screws here on this side that you take off, and then you just slide this end in. A couple of the bolts were really hard to get out. There's one over here, so we didn't put this bracket on. We literally stripped it using an impact driver, sitting here for like a minute, pounding it as hard as we could. We could not get it out. We got it out on one of the other ones, but that wasn't something that we were able to get out. Let's see. What other things? Oh, the sides. We kind of went back and forth on these for a long time, trying to figure out how this thing goes on. But we finally got it. There's a bracket up top. There's a centerpiece, and then the two sides. It's just that both the left sides were on one cab and both the right sides were on the other, so we were a little bit confused trying to figure that out, but we got it. And then this one has this little how-to on using the capture card, which is kind of cool. So we're not getting anything on screen yet, so I might check that out in a sec if nothing comes up, which I think it isn't. So maybe something's got changed when we were looking around inside, but at any rate, I think that's all that I remember that was kind of eventful putting this together. I'm gonna cut real quick and see why this isn't coming on now, and we'll be right back. Oh no, I'm just back because I'm an idiot, and all that talking the whole time I actually have the Type X 4 turned off because we were turning it on and off a bunch while testing. So now it's on, and now we should get it booting up here. Well, that's what I get for going out of my way to do all the talking while things boot up. At any rate, now we're going to have to wait for this to come up, but we will get to see the boot sequence and kind of like what the game goes through when it starts up, the initialization. Any other comments from you guys while we're waiting?
Fuck this thing.
Okay, I guess
Cheers.
To further elaborate on that, while we were setting up, I was trying to see, how logistically plausible it is to bring this to a show. And obviously, somewhere down the line, it's probably going to end up at an event. But, like, taking it apart, putting it together, it just takes time. There was nothing terribly difficult. It's a pain, and it's going to need to be packed very well. I was even thinking about, well, do we leave these on? Do we leave these cardboards on? What parts do we leave on for this, and which parts do we don't? Because it'll end up being a trade-off of time in loading and unloading and setup, and then space on the truck, because more than likely, no matter how we pack these, it's not going to be able to pack very well next to other things. So we're not sure exactly what we're going to do with that. I think over time we will figure it out. So this is taking a bit of time to boot up, but like Taito Type X3, it usually sits on a black screen for quite a while before anything comes up. So shortly here, we should see it come up. Any other comments from you guys?
Chris said it all.
I see a bunch of... So, I guess we'll just wait now. And wait. And wait.
It looks a lot better with the
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, with the cardboard on, it looks a lot better. Like, you come inside, you get a lot more of an enclosed feel to it. There we go, I saw... Oh, no, that was the upper lights. That was the motion lights going off. But this should boot eventually. It might be a while.
It didn't turn off again, did it?
No, it did not. Well, this might be a while, so I'm just going to cut until it comes up. All right, there. That actually took another minute or two since I cut, but just wanted to point out, yeah, it does actually just take a long time before anything comes up. I can imagine like a new cab owner or someone without experience would kind of be freaked out if you're just sitting there staring at a black screen for a while, but Type X3 did it. I think maybe not as long. Some of the Sega hardwares do it too, like it does it with Initial D when it boots up. I don't know if like other games do, but like anyway, it's common enough for it to happen. So this is going to obviously take its good old time starting up. And we have our pilot here getting ready. He's going to be stepping into the cockpit in just a moment here when all of this comes up. Oh, we got a cute little girl there coming along. That's our navigator, I believe, or our pilot. I don't remember, but we'll see.
Are you supposed to be getting anything on that secondary?
No, there probably isn't anything on the second screen yet, but I'm sure once this all loads up. This is actually really similar to the load-up screen from Gunslinger Stratos, which is where I draw a lot of parallels, especially since this is specifically not just Taito, it's a Square Enix game. But this is also probably why, and we actually spent a long time trying to figure out the PCB, making sure it was, you know, like trying to figure out how to get everything all going, and like even sitting, like this has been almost like 10 minutes or something that it takes to boot up. So like even if we had done that, I think we wouldn't have gotten it wouldn't have gotten as far as initializing the seats and whatnot, because again the seat just kind of, it's free floating. It's not like it's locked in any set position. So there we've got the classic Windows loading bar where it just stops. Yeah, welcome to 2018 when this game came out. There we go. There, it's going. Kind of. Yeah, no, it's moving. It's tiny. I wonder. This is probably a 1080p screen. You think?
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably be able to see it in the game settings. Oh, there we got her coming along here again. And there we go. We've got that. It's probably going to initialize now. It's interesting. It's got the notice in English as well. And we've got a DLL error. And we've got main. It's open. Something is open. So let's see. USB I/O. Error code -100. All right. Let's open it up. And I don't know what we need to do to make sure that it's good to go, but I think we should be able to go into test menu now. Nope, we can't. So I'm going to look into this real quick and we'll be right back. Okay, so the game just went straight into this. That's a good sign. We found a power connector inside the seat that wasn't plugged in, and that might have been powering something in particular. And there we go. Okay, now we've got seat initialization. It's surprising it was just an AC power cord inside, so here we go. And hopefully that was kind of stuttering on screen there. Hopefully that actually goes back to normal once this finishes booting up. We can wait for it to come up all the way, and then and then we'll push it into place. Yeah, like I'm really hoping that, because that is running super laggy. But it appears to have been fully started up. Let's go ahead, push this back into position. Okay. Push it back. Oh, there we go. No, now it's running smooth. Cool. It just needed to warm up, I guess. All right, let's get our pilot into the seat. Okay. Go ahead. You're gonna have to put your seatbelt on, otherwise motion will not work. Let's go down here and we're gonna credit you up. Or no, oh, it's over here.
Sorry.
What, are you too fat?
No. I'm just wondering if I can loosen this up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a little bit too big, alright. We're getting no audio at the moment, but go ahead. And, oh, it's actually kind of neat. It had a gauge on there to tell what the master volume was at, so let's just put it right there for now. And go ahead and press a button or something to start. Sub-monitor, touch. There we go.
現在、ネシカを使用することはできません。
Alright, that's probably good for now.
Oh.
It's interesting that that's not coming on. No, it's connected. It's interesting that's not coming on, but go ahead and we're not going to be carting in, so.
このゲームはシートが揺れます。ご注意ください。
So yeah, for one, it's interesting that's not coming up because that is hooked up. Everything should be hooked up.
Did you disconnect it?
No, it's hooked up.
Okay.
I said it's hooked up.
Alright.
It's just, it's not coming on. So, you know, we'll see, but. So we have to wait for another loading screen, it looks like. I do feel like something is wrong there, but I don't know, we'll come back to that. Damn. This takes a long time to load. Wow, really? No, it shouldn't be though. I don't remember it, what it was like when because I tried this when I was in Japan. I don't remember having to wait for this. Maybe it is a first boot thing and it just loads everything and after that it should be fine. We'll see. But it's interesting to document this as well. While we're at it, I'm gonna come over here. Pretty sure we got like everything on the inside of this. I think I still have it open. I wonder if it just got disconnected when I was working inside here. I'm gonna pass this off to someone real quick, and I'm gonna see if maybe.
操作モードを選択してください。
Up there. Oh my god, I can't see this.
ゲームを開始します。
No, it's connected. It looks like it's connected. I'm gonna double check, triple check.
in.
Yeah, that's plugged in. So it should be working. All right.
The gas.
Yeah, stuff in the pedals. Screen, triggers. Oh, no, just loading.
So yes, the tutorial is very long, by the way. If I remember, it takes quite a while to get through. This is all part of it. Let's check. Oh no. So yeah, I think this that side monitor might have something else we need to look at. I'm going to open the side panel while he's starting up.
I don't think the LEDs react with the game, I'm not sure. Maybe when you get hit or something else. Guess we'll see. Seems like the buttons work. I didn't know the joysticks lit up.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of little
like LEDs all
features
over.
and trim and whatnot on it. So okay.
The beep was not kidding. This is a very long tutorial.
Well, this is like not even halfway. You still have the tutorial stage to go through.
Oh, well, there's
We don't have
the
anything
title.
on the screen yet, do we? No, okay.
As soon as I can get touches.
Yeah, well, no, the touch is hooked up.
But
It's just
there's
the
nothing
LCD
showing.
doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah. Well, it's like a lot of stutter.
I wonder actually.
There's a push button on the touchscreen somewhere.
So the power button on this doesn't seem to work.
Do you remember how much this costed per play?
It's actually on the. It's right here.
So about
So it's 200 to start, 200 to continue, and 100 to two-player continue, I guess.
okay.
I don't know.
You're getting a lot per play, it seems.
So everything inside here looks to be connected. So I'm just gonna have to go a little bit farther down. You're not gonna be able to get it on film. I need to go a little farther down and see if something is disconnected. Because there's a connector in here, but it does feel to be connected correctly. And I don't get any LED indicators on this thing.
This is like Superman 64, but Max. I gotta say, I do like the designs. Fill the silence.
This is fucking armor core.
That's what I was thinking.
I got a fancy.
Jeez, look at that fucking gun. So bad. It changes colors once it switches weapons. Oh, now we're getting into So Lyle, are you feeling any motion sickness?
Not yet.
Not yet. Good. Next time you give like a melee combat. Just to see. Wow.
Tightly connected down here. So there's no issues on this side. So then our real question
Uh-oh.
こんなところで遊んでいたんだね。あ、レイカちゃん、どうしてここに？行きます。
So that graphics card is like burning hot to the touch.
私の大副勝利です。
I almost wonder if the graphics card is just might be having some trouble there.
That's why it kind of stutters sometimes as well.
Yeah, well, it's super hot. Like it's running super hot.
Oh. Looks like you gotta go face to face. Come on, Lyle, let's see some melee. Get up in her face. Nice. First try.
So yeah, we'll probably have to go back over this with the touchscreen and whatnot and figure it out. I think next time we do a look into the game, I'm going to do some line out with the AverMedia. It really seems like that video card might be overheating. Like I touched it and it's burning hot. But it's specifically not outputting to this screen either. Which is pretty important for like matches to control and change different things about your match. There's a couple other functions on there, so.
only thing I can think of is the monitor came disconnected.
Well, I mean, the monitor, of course the monitor came disconnected because it's, what's it called? You know, it's in a different part, so it had to be connected. But everything appears to be connected correctly, so. Yep, at any rate, that's all the game will let you play offline. And that's the full tutorial. So there's that. And I guess I'll either follow up this part of the video with some more information after we kind of look into it. Actually, let's go into test menu now and just actually do that. I'm gonna turn on the light too. And let's see if maybe we can get some feedback on that. Okay, so here we go. We've got the test menu. It looks pretty big. We've got some over here. We've got like some of the settings are just already there for us to see. Same thing on there. We've got like a lot of output. This is actually a lot more than I'm used to seeing on a test. So let's go touch panel. Actually, let's do monitor test first and see if that actually comes up with both.
Doesn't appear nothing on the second.
Well, let's just check out the rest.
Color test.
Okay, and then let's go back to touch panel. And there's just nothing coming up. So there's definitely something either disconnected or we got to figure something out. Let's go. We've got switch tests. I'm sure all this stuff is fine. We can always come back to it later. Sheet test. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing in here I think that I can really poke at that monitor at the moment. So at a later time, we'll probably come back and look a little bit more at it. Okay, I guess that should be it for now, unless we actually figure something out tonight. Otherwise, that in this lengthy process that we've gone through is Starwing Paradox, and we will see you with a little more content of this later, because I obviously am not going to just leave it at that. So we will see you in the next video. So I'm sitting in the seat now, and I just wanted to point out that there is not one, but two cables coming through there for power, and that's why this was not coming on, and it is good to go. And I just wanted to point out that this is here, and that touch did work without everything, so there's that. That's about it. I think other than that, we've got everything good to go, so that is officially the end of this test. Maybe it'll be a little while longer until we come back and revisit this again, but I just wanted to point that out, that everything is working and we're good to go, and I'm about to have my first ride. Well, technically my second, but my first ride for this cab. See you guys later. We've got other videos coming up, tons of videos for this container, so we will see you soon.